Hi Sagittarius, welcome back. So Sagittarius, this is going to be your you versus them reading. I'm going to go back and forth between you and the person you may be connecting with. It's a general reading, so you can resonate with either side. Keep that in mind. And also, my readings are timeless, so whenever this finds you, it's for you. Sagittarius, as I was meditating on the collective Sagittarius energy, I got clear as a bell, a Cher song, Turn Back Time. If I could turn back time, if I could find a way. So I feel like there's something in the energy here about wanting to turn back the hands of time, and that can be coming from your side or the person you're connecting with. So we will definitely get into it and see. It's an interesting song, right? And as I pull the cards out, the shared energy is that of opposition, Scorpio, and the moon card. So you could have Pisces or Scorpio in your chart, or Libra, or be dealing with any of those zodiac signs during this time frame. And or it's just simply the influencing energy as we are in Scorpio season currently. But it's like seeing how, one, you relate to other people and going through some major transitions and transformations. It's very intense energy, okay? It can be very primal, very lusty type of energy, but it's meant to regenerate, all right? And it's meant to make you more resourceful. And what is it making you more resourceful in? Well, how you deal and cope and handle emotions. And, you know, what your gut reactions, what brings you comfort, your home, your family, your conditioning. This also talks about lineage and things that we've developed over time that have been passed down to us through behavioral patterns of our parents, grandparents, etc. So it specifically talks about the mother. So some of you, that may be important into what's going on in this connection. For others of you, it's just this sense of being more mothering to yourself, so to speak, in a way that is a bit softer and like a self-soothing type of vibe and energy is what I'm feeling here. So Sagittarius, let's get into it and see. So what is your overall supporting energy for my Sagittarius? Ooh, oh, you got a lot of cards wanting to come out. Let's see. King of Pentacles is your overall energy. So this is about being more generous, being more grounded, being more practical. You know, paying attention as well to career, finances, and money will be important during this time frame. I feel that, you know, the art of creation is what came to my mind, the art of creation, and getting more in the driver's seat of that. And let me tell you, although the past serves its purpose and reflective thought serves its purpose, it does not serve its purpose if you get stuck in the past or wanting to turn back the hands of time like the song implies, because we are future forward always, always, always. We're always expanding and always moving forward. We cannot move backwards. So I feel like this is like understanding that the more you get present with the present moment and allow the past to be the past, the easier it will be for you, Sagittarius, to create what it is that you want in the now and in the future, okay? This person is the Justice card, which talks about integrity, balance, and peace, and justice, of course. So I feel like the karmic scales are being balanced out in this situation. And that's why I feel like it's not going to serve you to look back onto the past, because I feel like at a higher spiritual level, things are already mapped out, being played out. And karma is here, justice is being served. And it's got a lot to do with balancing out the deeper emotions. I feel like someone's feelings are changing during this time period, and that's why it's important to stay grounded, okay? So let's see. Recent past energy for my Sagittarius. Recent past energies for my Sagittarius. Recent past. So you have the World here. The Nine of Wands. The Four of Wands. If I'm feeling and looking distracted, it's because I literally just had someone roll up through my cul-de-sac that looked very familiar to me. And I had my own like turn back the hands of time type of moment. I don't believe it is that person, but they looked very familiar to me. So I feel like nothing is a coincidence, Sagittarius. So that could be also a message for you. It's like getting a glimpse of someone and being like, wow, that's familiar, or feeling an emotion, or finding yourself in a space where you have deja vu, you know what I'm saying? And like, I feel like a familiarity, like been here before, seen that before, like that type of energy. It was strong enough that it pulled my attention away from the reading, which is really uncommon because usually when I'm in it, I'm in it. But I feel like that, yeah, that could be happening to you as well during this time frame. So, recent past energy, Sagittarius. The World, the Nine of Wands, the Four of Wands. So you've definitely completed a cycle in your own life, you know, and feeling more on top of things than you had been. I feel that there's still this protectiveness here, a little bit offstandish is the word that I get, but I feel like for the most part, you've been focused on bringing more stability and peace into your relationship sector, okay, and wanting a more peaceful home environment or internal environment. You know, I feel like you're waiting on some further changes to occur, so I don't feel you're all the way there, so to speak, or maybe that's just how you feel, because it's like one chapter closing and another one beginning, and a little bit of bringing the past into this now, simply because there's a bit of a look back period. So it's like, again, the message is, you know, nothing wrong with reflecting, right? That's how we learn discernment, but don't get stuck in the past, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like there's more balance coming to the relationship sector, more peacefulness coming in for you, Sagittarius, so you don't want to get in your own way with that. This person's recent past energy is the Eight of Swords, King of Cups, and Justice again for this person. So I feel like this person they might be someone that feels like they have to like take justice into their own hands. You know, they may lack a little bit of faith that the universe truly does have it all mapped out. But because I feel like this person wants to assert their themselves into situations, like they like to be the one to bring the justice, you know, when really that's nobody's job on this earth, right, to play that role. But I feel like that could be a pattern with this person that they're needing to balance out. But yes, I feel like this person has had trouble seeing things from all perspectives, you know. I feel like they get caught into negative thought, but they are learning to balance that as well. So I do feel spiritual and emotional growth happening with this person, and they may also be very much into spirituality, maybe even readings, or maybe even intuitive themselves, because I see them getting messages from their higher guidance and paying attention to it. So that there's a sense of familiarity here, okay? If your person is not into spirituality or practicing those things, I feel that they may be naturally intuitive, you know? And so, like, you may not tell them everything that you're thinking and feeling, but they could feel it anyways, you know? And they may or may not even be aware that they have that ability, okay? So, especially if you're dealing with a water sign. But, some sort of justice being played out over here on this person's side. So let's go into perception and how you perceive each other. And keep in mind, Sagittarius, that perception is in the eye of the beholder. So it may be your truth, but it may not be their truth, okay? But we'll start there and see. So 10 of Swords and Ace of Cups. Two of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles. So I feel like in your perception, Sagittarius, there was definitely something that is still lingering, you know, this hurts you. That's why I felt like this is from the past, though. I feel like this is older energy. But because I feel like there's a sense of renewal and replenishment in the emotional sector and how you're feeling. And looking more to the future and trying to be a little bit more patient, which patience is not always your best attribute, Sagittarius. But I feel that you're getting better with that, you know. So I feel like when it comes to this connection, you feel betrayed and loved by this person for a lot of you, or like they hurt your feelings at the minimal, right? And you may have turned your back on them because of that and been like, well, you're not going to be part of my world anymore, or vice versa. It is a very strong reaction I feel here. And there's this sense of disappointment a little bit in the situation, because I feel like you have a lot of love, or had a lot of love. I think you have, but it's gonna be different for all of you. Lots of love for this person, emotions for this person, and I think you are or were willing to put the time and energy in, and yet not feeling like the feelings were reciprocated, you know. And I'm not seeing that that's the actual full truth, just to be quite honest with you. I feel like there's feelings on both sides, and there might be a mirroring going on here, whether you're aware or not, like where this person was hurt, so they hurt you, that type of energy, a bit tit for tat, you know, if you know what I'm saying. But I feel like someone's looking to the future here and trying to be more patient in the energy. And I'm getting so distracted because that same vehicle is back in my cul-de-sac. So you might have a lot of distractions going on. I'm sorry. Actually, I would normally stop the video, but I feel like this is kind of intertwined with your video. You know, I don't know if you like sense that someone is, that you're familiar with is hovering or being around you or watching you closely, but I feel like your intuition's probably right if that's the case, because I get that feeling. And it may or may not be this person. It could be someone else in your life, but I feel that, okay? Because it keeps drawing me to that. All right, so how this person perceives you. And again, their perception may be their truth, but it may not be your truth. That's the funny thing about perception, right? So, 2 of Wands, 3 of Wands, the Moon, 4 of Cups in the reverse. So, I feel like Sagittarius, you know, yeah, you're looking to the future and feeling a lot of depth of emotion, and yet wanting to detach from that. And I feel like a lot of you have detached from this person emotionally, and they feel the distance. You know what I'm saying? Because now I was talking in my head. She's going the distance. She's going for speed. She's all alone, all alone, all alone in a time of need. That's an old song. Check that song out. And if it's not you, I feel like this person may have detached from you. But I get a sense of like someone is, their focus is elsewhere, distracted, looking in different directions, and feeling a bit overwhelmed in their emotion. I feel they're a bit overwhelmed in their emotion at the current time, trying to their best to detach from it, but it's kind of getting the best of them, I feel, you know. So I feel like this person, their thoughts are kind of becoming all-consuming. Now, in the past, they've done a good job at, you know, or we're working towards balancing that energy out and like being able to do that. But I feel like in the current moment, it's getting a bit harder for them to do that. You know, I feel like because I heard all consuming, so that may be what's going on in this person's thoughts, you know. So that was surface level perception, believe it or not. Now I'm going to go into the depth, the emotion, the ethereal, and see what's going on underneath all of that for you. Sagittarius, 2 of Cups, soulmate connection. Now, that may be with this person, and it may not be, because we have lots of soulmates in our lives, and sometimes I see this as more of the relationship between self and self, lower self, higher self. But be different for each of you. So yeah, the Emperor, the Five of Swords, the Two of Cups. So strong connection here, lots of dominating energy. I don't know if that's coming from you or them, but I feel like for a few of you, if you're kinky, I heard dominatrix. No judgment, but that's what I heard. That's just a few of you. Okay. So I feel like, yeah, you feel the strong connection, but it's like very strong will as well. Very strong will within this dynamic, okay? So I feel like you and the person you're connecting with may be very strong-willed. There's a sense of feeling emotionally rejected at times, and I feel like as opposed to letting it get the best of you, you're going to make the decision, Sagittarius, to use like past hurt or rejections to motivate you, to inspire you, to drive you, you know, which would be a good use of the energy, right? There's some decisions that you need to make on an emotional level during this time frame, and I feel like that you're going to make the decision that is most in alignment with what inspires you and what gives you the most boost in energy and creativity, right? Because you've been down in the trenches in the past, but I feel like the energy is so much lighter. It's still intense, but it's not as dark as it has been in the readings, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like a lot of more inspiration coming in, a lot of more willpower coming in for you, and making decisions from that vibe, from that energy. So let's see this person's genuine and deep emotions towards you, Sagittarius. Ace of Swords. Seven of Pentacles. So I feel like emotionally, this person is trying to understand what's going on in your head. That could be what they're doing up here. Because I got that message about like this person can kind of feel out what you're thinking. They may be very intuitive, or even going to people to get their insight, you know. For a few, but I feel like on an emotional level, this person's very interested in what's going on in the psyche of you. Okay. And I'm not sensing like that's bad or good. I'm just sensing there's a curiosity, there's an interest there. Emotionally, this person is trying to stay grounded, trying to stay focused, you know, focused at the task at hand. But it's almost like, I feel like, because I get an image of like someone working outside or with their hands, and yes, their hands are moving, they're focused on the task at hand, but their mind is thinking of the connection or you, I feel, or like turning it over in their mind, you know, something like that. It doesn't literally have to be that, but that's the image that I was shown. So I feel like, yeah, especially if you had an ending or a betrayal or something on with this person, they're still thinking about it. Emotionally, this person feels a bit alone at times, you know, like a lack of creativity, but then it's like they bounce back in the energy where they feel more inspired. So I feel like this person is getting their own emotional clarity on what drives, inspires them and their willpower, and trying to emotionally kind of distance or walk away from things that they may have put time and energy into that didn't really pan out for them, because I think it was keeping them imbalanced in the energy in the past. And so I feel that they are trying to focus their emotions a little bit better and, yeah, release some judgments they had about themselves in particular. But it's a struggle, you know, because there's that detachment here. I feel like this person is almost thinking so much, they're overthinking, or they're being consumed by the thought that it's kind of causing a bit of a tug of war within the emotion and the thought space, is what I'm feeling. So, what's your hope, Sagittarius? Nine of Swords, the Devil. Ooh. Well, you want to be free from the devil energy, that's for sure. I feel like you want peace and calm and good sleep, especially if you've not been having some good sleep. You know what I'm saying? Spirit's coming to you in your dreams. Now, some of you are aware of that and some of you are not. Some of you might have newfound abilities to connect with spirit or spirit guides, and it scares you. And this is like consolation. That's not the word. This is like a soothing from spirit to say that the messages are here to help you, to not fear that if you are someone who's new to your own intuitive abilities. And I feel some of you are, because these are highly, highly spiritual, deep energies. But I feel like there's this sense of, either way, even if that's not you, a sense of feeling restricted and having all of these worrisome thoughts of like what could go wrong and fearing the worst for some of you. And I feel this creeps in the forms of anxiety. And it can be when your brain is tired or exhausted, you know, that those types of thoughts get momentum and then they kind of take a hold, you know. But it's like during those time periods, it's a nice to meditate and remind yourself who you are, have some space, clear your mind, do some positive affirmations, okay? Because I feel you're letting that get the best of you at times, and spirit wants you to know that you're safe and you're protected. And so self-soothe yourself with that assurance that is here for you. So this person's hope is for the Ten of Pentacles. They want firm foundations and support and finances to be good. Supportive home. That's kind of what they're looking for, searching for. They want to feel secure with who they are. So let's go into most likely future outcome. Now, keep in mind, most likely future outcomes can be changed with free will, Sagittarius. So I'm just giving you a snapshot, but you're in the driver's seat of your life. So you can change it. Free will, future outcome, Ace of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. Wow, Page of Wands, Four of Cups. I was going to say, can I get an amen? Then the Four of Cups came. What's that about? I keep getting a song that wants to come in, and it came in during Scorpio's reading. I've been down so long. That is a jewel. Here's some old patterns of behavior creeping up. Now, what I was saying, can I get an amen about is like, hello, new opportunities, new money for some of you, creativity, commitment being presented to you, potentials, new beginnings, new adventures, all of this coming in for you during this time frame. Feeling more uplifted, uplifting others, seeing the good in the now and cultivating that. Coming from inspiration and making decisions from that space is what's bringing this in for you. Therefore, making you a little bit more generous and others more generous towards you. And it's kind of pulling out of this dark energy. But, you know, if you think about the song, If I Could Turn Back Time, well, you wouldn't want to turn back time. You want to know why? Because everything happens for a reason. And you wouldn't be where you are now, and you wouldn't know what you know now if you didn't have the experiences of the past. And so it's like, use that to your advantage, Sagittarius, to push you forward and walk away from this lackluster mentality that something should have been different, could have been different, etc. Because it's like there is a whole new infinite possibility life right here waiting for you. And it's just, you know, one thought, one emotion away, quite honestly, because I do feel, though, the good news is you are walking away from this lackluster type of energy and into this more inspired, excited energy. And I feel that perpetuating and pulling things into balance emotionally during this time frame. So let's see this person's most likely future outcome. Four of Pentacles, Seven of Swords. Holy cow. The Ace of Wands. Wow. Interesting. Temperance, the 10 of Wands. So this person is pretty fixed in the way that they feel and the way that they think. I get that this person lies. Ooh, that's not going to hit some of you the right way. They lie about how they feel. Very closed off. If it's not that, I feel like, and if it is that, there are red flags. There are warnings. Some of you, I'm literally getting like a black crow. You might be finding black feathers. This is just for a few of you. And I feel like this is for my Sagittariuses who are waking up to their own abilities. You might be finding evidence, like signs, literally, that something isn't right or something's up here. Okay, so that's just a side note. And not meant to scare you. It's just guidance. That's all it ever is, just guidance. But I feel like this person has a hard time telling the truth about how they feel. Okay? Now, that don't mean that they're downright lying. That just means maybe they're not good at emotionally expressing, and that's all it is, you know? Or it's like, maybe they feel that way about you. But there's some sort of spark here when it pertains to this connection, because I feel like this person really desires you. I feel a lot. Or there's a lot of passion or intensity in their energy, and it's showing up with temperance, so I can't help but to think it's about you. But it could be how they see you. They may see you getting fired up or being more inspired, and it creates something in them that then they want to strive for, you know? So it could be that energy. But there's this sense of feeling alone, and there's a bit of heaviness here. Something going on with this person over here. What is this? Their emotions feel very heavy. I feel like they have a lot of love. Like I said, I felt a lot of love in the spread, and yet having trouble admitting that or speaking, expressing their feelings, you know, in a proper way. What's the Seven of Swords? What are they? Wow. It's a sense of wanting to maintain dominance and control within the connection, I feel. You know, trying to be courageous and the one to point the way for others, and yet at the same time not really facing their own feelings, and then by process of that becoming consumed by it, so to speak. So I kind of feel like that's where the energy is coming from. This very, it's kind of a very ego-driven energy, you know, but it makes them feel more secure when they're able to play that chess game, so to speak, even though there's a lot of emotions here, and a desire to be supportive and to have support, and for some of you to reconcile. A lot of deep thought going on in this person's energy, a lot of reflection, trying to understand, I feel, themselves and you. And like I said, the more distant you feel, the more it pulls them towards trying to understand what it is that you're feeling, to the point where I feel like it's a bit much. It may be consuming them, or maybe consuming them trying to understand how they're feeling, you know? So I feel a lot of like reflection going on this person's side. But it's like your guidance is to not get sucked into that past energy, that deep energy that had you down for so long, and to stay in this more high vibrating, inspired energy. So great reading, Sagittarius, as always. Zodiac signs you could be dealing with: Virgo, Aries, Leo, lots of Scorpio energy out, Sagittarius, Taurus, Libra, lots of Libra energy out, Pisces, Aries, Capricorn, Virgo, Aries again. Could be Aquarius for a few, Leo for a few. And that's what I have for you. So If it resonated, please do let me know in the comments down below. Don't get too caught up on the zodiac signs because it's a general reading. So if it resonated, it was for you. Please don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe. Also, check out my Facebook and Instagram. I do go live there and talk about spirituality. I give guided messages there, talk about law of attraction. So if you're interested, you can find me Tarot Time with Dana. Like I said, linked below, as well as in the About section of my YouTube. If you like what I'm wearing today, it's from my sister's online boutique, avasophiaco.com. You can get it for yourself, also linked below. Wishing you the very best, Sagittarius. Until next time, my friends, namaste.